Part two. Now, oh, before I start, all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, and His begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. But we got this woman here, looking like a damned demon, a she-demon, trying to teach people how to deal with racism. Because that's what we need. We need black women leading the charge in the black community. I mean, they've been leading the charge since the 1950s, since feminism gave them the right to kick their husbands out, and they've done a bang up job. Thank you for sending all these young men to prisons and for having sexual autonomy and sleeping with several guys, tens of guys, 20 guys, hundreds of guys, and having no accountability for your actions and behavior. But go ahead, let's learn how black women deal with white supremacy, because it's oh so interesting and she can teach us oh so much. Do not discuss race in public. What? So basically what she's saying is all the people on the highways and byways, talking about, Esau, talking about, the scriptures, the prophecies. We're not supposed to do that, because you're essentially talking about race when you talk about stuff like that. But we're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to do things in private. Like Daniel and John the Revelator. We shouldn't be like them. We shouldn't speak ill or speak against what's going on in the world. We should be like her. We should be like Esau. We should be like the white men and, play all these conniving games and, sit in dark, closed rooms making plans against people. That's how we're supposed to be. You fight darkness with darkness, apparently, But this woman doesn't have the intellectual capacity to comprehend any of the things that I'm saying, because guess what? She's a woman. She's in her feelings. She can't look at things logically from a psychological point of view, because guess what? She's about as psychologically sophisticated as a gnat. But let's listen to her. Do not discuss race in public.
Do not discuss race in public.
Look at her rolling her eyes.
I cannot tell you how.
What does it say? The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. You see her rolling her eyes back like that? Like she had friggin' Azazel in her or something.
This is like my YouTube channel, or they might even see something on Facebook, or see something on the social media, or see something out and about, and they say, see, all of these white folks, and I teach this stuff.
Yeah, I see dudes on the highways and byways and be like, damn Esau, man. It fills me with pride. You know what? You know why? Because I'm a man, and a man isn't a coward by nature. See, women lurk and keep their feelings bottled up because essentially they're cowards. Women are cowards. This is why women aren't permitted to teach, because to teach and to tell the truth, you need to have courage and not be a coward. You need to be rational and logical and not be emotional, which is like the opposite of a woman. But carry on.
My channel, just because I'm able to reach a large audience and I love to teach. I just make my platform available to talk about it because there's no one else talking about it, in my opinion, the way that I do. However,
talking about it the way you do. There's plenty of people talking about it the way you do. Everyone talks about it the way you do. There's no one talking about it the way, the Hebrew Israelites are talking about things, because they base things on logic and more importantly scripture, which is just the most logical book you can read, because it basically tells you about human psychology, human history, human spirituality, how to live, basic instructions before leaving earth. Is literally, if I had to have one book to read for the rest of my life, it'd be the scriptures. But carry on, woman.
When we are in public, no.
We're not supposed to talk about racism in public. Just imagine if a society was built on persecuting you and taking advantage of you. What do you think the people in charge of that society would want the people, or the underclass people, to do? That's right, be silent. Just like if I rape somebody, what do you think I'd want that person to do that I raped? I want it to be quiet and not talk about it. Because once you talk about something and you expose something to the public so that everybody's publicly aware and it's public knowledge, then you can't act a certain way anymore. Which is exactly why the they're censoring YouTube because people are talking about things they don't want them to talk about. Because when you talk about the truth in a world filled with lies, you take away power from people who benefit from the lie being told. So to say we shouldn't speak publicly about all the woes and all the wrongs in the world just shows how ill-equipped she is to deal with things on a logical basis from a logical perspective. But carry on, you Sheeman.
No. When you're at work, no.
Okay, yeah, not at work. But you can't take one instance and be like, you shouldn't talk about white supremacy at work and make it seem as if you're supposed to act that way when you're in your private life, when you're at the shop and you deal with, you come in and some white woman, some white demon is the security guard for the day, and you walk past her, and then when you're coming to collect the stuff, she's right there watching you every move, even though you go there every week and you buy more or less the same thing all the time. But when that old white woman was there and the black security guard was there, she walked out with the stuff and no one even stopped her. Then he turned around and said to you, "Did you see that?" "Yes, I did." You little cuck. I bet if it was me and I was walking out, your black ass would have stopped my black ass.
When you are in a restaurant, when you are just, in a doctor's office, when you're at the gas station, no.
She's just making it seem as if people just be sitting there talking about racism. Like, there's a time and place for things. But that's the thing. When you're not supposed to hold back the sword in your mouth when it's appropriate to unleash it. She's basically saying, keep your lips stifled in all situations, in every situation. Don't talk about it publicly because you make people feel uncomfortable. You know what makes me feel uncomfortable? Getting beaten up by the police, being falsely charged, having my own family stand in court, pointing me out, talking about they love me, I'm a good son, I'm a good grandchild, but yeah, you're sitting in court trying to essentially get me sent to jail, and then you smile in my face like you didn't call the police on me when I was 17 and I went missing, and essentially broke into my place because you thought I was missing and you thought that was the best way to deal with it. Yeah, women are very logical, dude.
When you want to teach about race, when you want to instruct somebody, when you want to let them know about one of our great ancestors, if it is not a legitimate racial matter,
look, you see her moving about like that demon's trying to get out.
It should not be brought up. Like, if you just want to talk about Emmett Till and talk about how,
who the hell's going around talking about Emmett Till? Who's going around talking about Emmett Till?
Black men being shot by the police is modern day lynching. Don't talk about that in public. Don't.
So basically, somebody got killed and we're not supposed to talk about it. Has this Sheeman read Orwell before? Look. She's channeling Azazel right now. I don't think she's read Orwell. I don't think she knows about 1984. I don't think she knows anything. Everything she's saying is based on feelings. My feelings.
About that in public. That's an amateur move. Think about how many times
you're an amateur. It just so happens that most people in the world are amateur and have the psychology of an amateur. So you lot feel like because most people are amateurs and you all think and feel like amateurs, that anyone who doesn't agree with your point of view is an amateur like you. For example, you could be born into a village where everybody has one eye and you have two eyes. Everybody will look at you like you're a freak, even though everybody has two sockets. It just so happens that one of their eyes is missing. People look at you like there's something wrong with you, when really and truly there'll be something wrong with the whole group. This is the psychology that this woman is coming up with. Because the truth offends people, it's wrong.
White men say white power in public. How many times have you heard that?
Exactly. Do you know why white people don't say white power in public? Because they have power. You don't have any power, and your power is the most high, and you out here she's trying to get power on the left hand side. This woman wants to be Esau 2.0. I'll be back with part 3. Clown ass woman.